Hello, it's Jess, and I have officially survived my first day solo momming in a while. It's been a good long while since I have been on my own. Sorry, just gonna adjust my phone here for a second. Hopefully, get you a better, less OCD uh, inducing view here. Okay, so I survived my first day solo in a while. It's been a good long while since I have been completely on my own for like overnight. We've been very fortunate that Andrew, my husband, has been able to stay home. He used to sail all the time, so he was gone a lot. But now he is mostly home all the time, but he had a work trip this week. So he will be gone all week long. And I've gotten the boys down to bed. We survived the day, and I'm ready to do at least a little bit of crafting to kind of celebrate. Hi, Linda. Hi, Heidi. Hi, B. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Deborah. So I don't have any plan because it was pretty much all I could do to survive today. I definitely feel like I don't appreciate as often how much my husband does to allow me to do what I do. We definitely split responsibilities, but without him being here to help with the kids in the evening times, like I can't come on and do this. So this is actually really cool. Hi, Carol. To kind of put into perspective, like how much he does for our family. So that's really nice. Okay, so I have no plan. So if there's something that you guys want to do, if you want to, I don't really know what I want to do. I have a bunch of things that I've been working on, but nothing that I can really do while we're live. So I think I kind of just have to do a separate project here. I do have some Hefty Doodle sets that I want to use that I haven't gotten a chance to use yet. What else? What else? So I have the Hefty Doodle stuff. I have my Hedgehog Hollow stuff that I still need one more post for this month. What else? I don't know. I've kind of been all over the place, you guys. So we can do some coloring. We can do some scenes. We could do, I don't really know. Also, totally kind of unrelated, I got some new, so I told you guys I got new lights, but I was having some hard troubles with them being too bright. And they look great in person, but then when I would try to go to take any sort of photographs or whatever, they would be really harsh lighting, even though they're daylight bulbs with like crazy high ratings. I actually went to the like Walmart locally and bought some white shower caps, and they're like scrunchy, so that they just attach on their own to my lights, and it's a built-in diffuser. So I got one for each of them, and I think it looks really nice. Let me go ahead and grab a couple stamp sets, I guess, and we will get started making something. Okay, so I've got some Hefty Doodle sets that I have not gotten a chance to use, so I haven't used these ones. Let's see. This one, oh, the oceans, definitely haven't used that one yet. And I haven't used this You're Weird one yet either. Hi, Julie. Ooh, Heidi, yes, craft along with me. Okay, what if we do like a weird sort of mashup? What could we do? What if we did like an outer space ocean mashup? Could that work? Hi, Belinda. Yeah, I think my lighting is a lot better, you guys. I still have a little bit of glare going on, but the quality of light seems way better. I'm happy with that. Oh, also, you can probably hear my kids like sleepy drunk babbling. I have the monitor right here, so I do apologize in advance if you hear any like kids screaming suddenly, or like kid talk, babbling, crying for water, or just one more song, or who knows what. I don't know. They're pretty well quiet, but at any moment, I may have to get up and run away. Hopefully we won't have any issues, but you never know. Okay, so I'm thinking, what if we do a slimline card? Because I've been crushing on those lately. Hi, Anna. Let's see. I have some cardstock here that we can use. And I'm thinking, it could be cool. Let's see, a slimline card is around 4 by 9-ish, I think. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, like maybe twice or once. All right, so I'm just gonna cut 2 inches off that side and a 1/4 inch. Yeah, 1/4 inch off this side. And then I'll probably end up trimming this down later so that I can mat it or mount it, whatever. Mat, I think mat is the word I want. So that I can mat it onto, or mat it with a white card base for this. I love the long, tall, skinny cards too. I've heard people calling them a slim line, so I guess that's the name for them. I just called them like tall card. I don't think I had a word for it. Tall, skinny cards. But I've heard people calling them slimline, so I think that's the official name. Okay, so I'm thinking it would be cool if we did, okay, so some sort of mashup would be neat, but not necessary. We don't have to do it, but we could do like the narwhal inside a spaceship. Like that with the little flying saucer thing, you know, we could do that. Or like even the jellyfish would be cute. Oh, the jellyfish would actually be really cute. I mean, we could always do multiples too. Let's start stamping and see where it takes us, because I find sometimes if I try to plan it too much, I get too caught up in what I'm trying to do, and I don't let myself be as creative. Let me get this out of the way so it stops messing with the light. All right, so I've got this little guy. I'm gonna take out the jellyfish. Yeah, I think the jellyfish is so cute. So these sets are from Heffy Doodle. I don't have anything linked below because I had no idea what I was going to be doing. But if you guys are interested in checking out anything that I am showing you, you can type in the name of the company that you want to shop for. You can just type in ! And then the company name, like ! Ranger or ! Scrapbook, DOTCOM, so it's .com, obviously. And then it'll take you to the shop you want. I think this hybrid ink is okay for alcohol. Pigment and dye inks. Nope, says use with water-based inks and watercolors. Hold please. I have so many black inks, you guys. I've done both. It does fit inside a legal size envelope, like the ones that your bills come in. It does fit in those, at least the ones I've made have, though it's possible that I didn't always make them the exact same size. But I think it should. I don't have one on hand, I don't think, but I have made my own also. All right, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to stamp this out first. I think this might be one of those times where I can't really use my MISTI super well. It's rare, but it does happen. Hey Fatima, hey Wisa. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this one first. So this is the Finesse alcohol-proof ink. This is for use with alcohol inks like alcohol markers, and it works really, really well for non-smearage. On hold of buying stamps, haven't been able to use the PDN. What is PDN? Tell me more. when you say it, I'm probably going to be like, all right. But I don't know what PDN is. Huh. All right. I'm going to do my jellyfish. Okay, you guys. So I have been, oh, paper nest dolls. Yes. Okay. I was like, wait, what? I don't understand. I have been kind of trying to pay a little more attention to my analytics. So basically how much or what is happening on my YouTube channel so that I can get a better understanding of what people enjoy, what they don't, that kind of stuff, so that I can keep making content that people want to watch and will help my channel grow. And in that quest, I have noticed that all of a sudden my watch time is really high this month, and I couldn't figure out like what was going on, like why was my watch time so high. And then it turns out that sorry, I bumped the camera with my head. It turns out that I have been getting a bunch of watch time from 2 videos. One of them is my Lettering for Lefties video, which I talked about previously, which has like 12,000 views or something. And then randomly, I have been getting a ton of views and watch time on my like second live stream of Simon Hurley's line when it released, like when I got it in February. I have no clue why all of a sudden that video is like really popular. It has like 12,000 views. Oh, okay, so my Lettering for Lefty video has like 14,000 views. This live video has 12,000 views, and I cannot understand it. Hi, Cindy. I mean, it was a fun video. Like, we did some fun stuff, but like, I don't understand. I don't get it. So, it's like a 2-hour video. And, you know, usually people don't want to stick around and watch that long, especially for a live stream replay. But I've been getting like tons. Like I have, I think, almost 4,000 hours of people watching that one video this month. Which is insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't understand it. I don't know. I mean, I liked the video. I thought it was a nice video, but it was a live stream, which they're usually not that popular after the fact. Let's see, is this big enough to fit on here? All right, I'm gonna start building the scene, because I think I'm actually gonna have to stamp this directly on here if I want this to be like a cool, like a, you know, my 1-layer scene card thing that we've been doing lately. All right, so I think I'm gonna put the moon kind of like off the edge like that. Hopefully I can actually fit it if I turn the stamp just right. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's just because obviously Simon's new release had come out in August, so maybe people are searching for his new release and then that video is popping up. I'm not really sure. I'm going to stamp this on a scrap piece first, because I'm not, oh, well, it stamped really well. This is the first time I've ever stamped these images, so I wasn't sure if I was going to get a great impression or not. And I'm getting kind of a lot on the space that's not going to stamp. Uh-oh, I got ink, I think. Let's just go ahead and flip that over. Okay, so I'm thinking sort of like, and I can always draw in the edge a little bit. Yeah, but I just kind of wanted something like a little bit off the side. I didn't want it to be the main focus of the card. Just kind of there, but not centered. Okay, so I like that. That's super cute. Then I'm thinking we can do our jellyfish sort of up toward, okay, well, we have 2 choices. We can do our jellyfish spaceship. Let's see how big this is. It's pretty large. I'm thinking probably up at the top, and then we can do the sentiment down at the bottom. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and stamp out this little guy first. And then what I'm going to have to do is actually cut out a mask of this specialized shape that I'm adding here so that, oh, look how crisp that is. It's so good. So that I can do my ink blending or whatever it is I'm doing and not have to worry about my stuff getting all messed up. Especially, okay, so what I like to do, because people ask me sometimes about my process and stuff. Sorry, I just hit the camera again. You guys, I'm the worst. I'm like bumping my head all over the whatever, trying to get close so that I can stamp this just right. Anyhow, that's close enough. It's not perfect, but it's whatever. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, people ask me a lot about my process, about how I do things when I make these scene cards. And I, generally speaking, not always, but generally speaking, I do all of my stamping first, and then I mask, then I do my ink blending, then I peel off the mask, and then I do my coloring. Because in my opinion, it's easier to like start again if all you've done is the ink blending versus having spent all that time coloring your images and then having to start over because you messed up the ink blending or something, or like if the paper got too saturated while you were ink blending and then it got through and ruined your coloring. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. So yeah, I think that's kind of the way that I prefer to do it, but that's just me. Okay, so how else can we tie this together? We could do, oh, there's little stars. Oh, that's so cute. We could definitely add in something with the little stars. I'm just trying to think of like building up this scene and what this might look like. How to combine the whole like nautical versus not nautical, the outer space theme of everything. It's kind of an odd mashup, so I want to try to make it make sense in some way. I can hear my kids are like muttering in there. I don't know what they're saying. Okay. He's like squeaking. You guys, I don't even know. I feel like maybe I should turn the monitor down a little bit, but man. I am using Oceans of Love from Heffy Doodle, and then also You're Weird by Heffy Doodle. So 2 little Heffy Doodle sets. I could put this little guy here on the moon, maybe. I thought that too, Heidi. I thought the little manta ray or whatever, stingray, whatever they're called, looked kind of like it was flying also. So that could be cute. We could probably put like 2 of those, honestly. Like maybe one up here and then one like somewhere down here. Oh my gosh, a lighthouse on the moon. That would be so funny. I don't think I have a lighthouse. Well, definitely not from Heffy Doodle. I think I have a Pink and Maine lighthouse somewhere, but I don't think the style would work. They kind of look like spaceships. The little mantas. They're so cute. Hi, Roberta. We're just sort of messing around. I don't really know what we're doing. We're trying to build some sort of mashup between this nautical set and the space set that says You're Weird. Let's see. I think I had this kind of like this, like coming in from the side, which I think is cute. I have a lighthouse. You want to borrow it? Aw. It's not from Heffy Doodle, is it? All right, so I've got my little manta up there, and I think I'm actually going to put one... Is it going to look weird if I turn it upside down? Oh, yeah. It does look kind of weird. But wait a second, I have a mirror stamp thing. Hold on one second. Where is it? Hold on one sec. Bear with me. Okay, I've got this this stuff. My friend sent me a bunch of supplies at one point, and I have from Unity this, a mirror stamping platform. Okay, so this thing is just a flat rubber stamp that theoretically I can, oh, but see, how am I going to do this? Because if I stamp it, then I just have to like hope that it, see, it's cute. Okay, but then I'd have to like hope that it is in the right spot. You know what I mean? Like, I would be really worried that I was going to mess it up. I mean, that is really cool though. And then I would probably just have to go in and like trace in the lines a little bit, but then you can reverse it. How do I want to do this? Do I want to go ahead and try that? Yeah, I could do the gel plate. I've been wanting to use this though because, you know, I've had it for a little while now and I haven't used it. All right, so I've stamped it really well. Here it goes. Okay, let's see if I turn it this way. Oh, here's hoping this is not like awful. We can always start over. It's not like we've done anything crazy yet. Oh, look at him. I should have turned him a different angle. I wasn't thinking about it. It does look a little weird right now, but that's fine. It's fine. Oh, well. Oh, sometime, not now. Okay. I was like, send it over, Roberta. I don't think it'll get here before our live is done, though. All right, so I'm just going to go in with my Copic multi-liner and darken up the lines a little bit. They're a little bit faint because of the mirror stamping, so I like to kind of just trace right over top of them. I'm not adding any lines. I'm not doing anything extra. I'm just tracing right over what was already there. And they're not perfect because I am not super great at tracing, but he's cute enough. He's orbiting the moon. Yes. Okay, so we've got our cute little rays. They're adorable. Put a post-it at the edge of the stamp image so you know where it is. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea too. It is cute though. I like that. Okay, and then we can also do, let's see, we've got this little cutie, the little furry cutie, which is adorable. I'm trying to decide if I want to add anything else as far as our little critters go. To kind of tie it all together. I don't know, I can't decide. All right, we've got aliens, we've got a narwhal. Oh my gosh. You know what would be really cool? This is like not really that groundbreaking or anything, but what if we combined the two sentiments and we did sending you oceans of love to the moon and back? That would be really cute. Okay, I think I want to do that. If you like Crafter's Companion, Tuesday morning has the box card kits for $12.99. Wow. Is that like an explodey box card or something different? I might not know what that is. Box card. All right. So while I'm trying to decide what else we want to do, I might as well get started trying to mask all the things. So we need 1, I need to come over and do another one here. Okay. I don't really care if it's all the way stamped in or anything because it's going to be fine. It won't show up anyway. Somewhere right around here are all of my, I know they're like right here and I just can't see them. You guys, do you see the little spaceship stamp and the, oh, I put them back. Jeez, Jessica. I put them back. That's why I couldn't find them on my desk. All right, let's do, sorry about my squeaky chair. Yeah, this little guy. I'm just going to cut them individually. Normally I would, oops, try to make a mask of everything like together, but I'm just going to do them separately because it doesn't really matter. All right, so that's that. And then this little guy. Yeah, Linda, you know me. I am, yeah, I was too efficient. Let's go with that. I like that reasoning. Yeah, because usually it's not, that's not the case. Usually it's right in front of my face and I'm just somehow blind and can't see it. All right, so we're getting our fussy cutting scissors. These are really great scissors. They're Cutter Bee scissors. And I've had these for like a million years and they work just fine still. I've had some other scissors that I've gotten way more recently that have not held up. They were nice and sharp at first and then quickly dulled and unfortunately have not stood the test of time. No, you can make cards. Hi, Gail. No, you can make cards that has stamps, dies, pattern, and solid card embellishments. Everything you need except ink and glue. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I am familiar with that, so I'll have to check that out. I like a good card kit. Ooh, I do also have, that's what I should have done tonight. My sweet friend Stacy actually sent me the Hero Arts My Monthly Hero Kit for, gosh, I don't know what month it was. Might have been September. I don't think it was August. Maybe it was August. I'm not sure. But the one where it has like the dragon and like the old school castle and stuff like that. It has like the princesses and the old timey ye old whatever writing. So I'm excited to see what I can come up with for that. I can't wait. A Tuesday morning opens in your area on Friday. How have you been living all this time without a Tuesday morning? I don't go like really frequently. I used to go all the time. When I lived in Williamsburg, I used to go a lot. And now I haven't been going as much lately because I really have been trying to curb my spending a little bit because I was just spending so much money on craft supplies and it was just not feasible for me to keep doing that. So I decided that, you know, I need to stop going there because it wasn't that I needed anything. I was just always leaving with all this stuff and then I never used it. So it was just, I needed to stop. But I do really like Tuesday morning because you can find a lot of really awesome stuff. In fact, when I need scrapbook embellishments and things like that, I actually go to Tuesday morning because they have really cute stuff that's name brand. Like they have like Cartabella, they have American Crafts, like all kinds of thickers and Maggie Holmes and Paige Evans and Vicki Boutin, all kinds of stuff. That's like really good quality and it just might be slightly old. Like it's not this current release or whatever. And I really could care less if it's the current release. Because if it's cute and I like it and I'm going to use it, then like no one's going to know when they look at my scrapbook like, oh, you know what? That wasn't new when she bought it. When she made this layout, it wasn't new. Nobody's going to know. they're just going to be like, oh, that's a cool layout, or that's a crappy layout, depending on if it's good or not. But, they're not going to be, no one's going to know. So I am trying to get less caught up on, like, is it new? Is it the latest thing? I'm definitely still going to use the things that I get that are new, but, like, I just want to be more content with the things I have. And I do, it's hard for me because I do get stuff sent to me from companies to, I was going to say expose, that's not the word I was looking for, to promote and, show people. But, so it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, I'm not going to use anything new, because, like, I really can't promise that. But, as far as my spending, I am just trying to be better about not trying to constantly have the latest and greatest. It's just not sustainable, Like, you can do it for a little while, but then it gets to a point where you're just like, okay, number one, I don't have any more space for this, and I don't have time to use it. So what is the point in spending all this money and you can't even use it before the next thing? Yes, exactly. Because there's some stuff that I find that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the cutest ever. And then I legitimately cannot think of a second way that I would use it. I have like one idea in my head and I can't think of another one. And that is just, I need to say, nope, that's not happening. Your 26 stamp sets that finally appeared, oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yeah, I've been trying not to buy as much. Talk about exciting news, which most of you who are in here already know about this, so it won't be anything new to you guys. But for those of you who don't follow me on social media besides here on YouTube, I am so excited because scrapbook.com just put out their list of the top 19 cards of 2019, and one of my cards is on there. I almost died. It was my card that I made for just kind of recently, actually. Well, within the last 2 months or so, or something, in July. It was for one of my Christmas in July cards, hops that I had done with a group of people. And it was that Narnia looking nighttime scene. So it was like purples, and it had the little bench with the snowy scene there. Yeah, that one was in their list of top 19 cards of 2019. I could not believe it. I'll have to show you guys the link here in a minute. Once I'm done fussy cutting, I will go grab the little link to take you to the little article or whatever, because it was so cool. And there's some super awesome talented people who are in there that I just am like, wow, there's so many cool card makers out there, you guys. It's easy to kind of get lost in your own little world and not explore new stuff. But man, there's a lot of really cool people. Hi, Darlene. Oh, thanks, Heidi. Okay, hold on. Let me grab the link in case people want to check it out afterwards or whatever. That way it'll just be there. It is on my Facebook page, so I'm just going to pop it up. It'll be really quick. Page. And then we'll finish masking, and then we can figure out what we're doing for our ink blending. I hadn't even thought that far. Like, what are we going to do once we finish the masking portion of this card? Are we making it an ocean? Are we making it outer space? What are we even doing here? Let's see. Copy link address. Let me just make sure. Okay. Yep, that should be good. All right, incoming. Oh no, it's too long. Hold on. One moment, please. I can't believe that. Oh, well, hold on one sec. Sorry, you guys. the link, I have to shorten the link because it is currently too long to fit in the chat box. Because of course, couldn't be easy, right? All right, here comes, let's see. Get a short link, that's what I want. Okay. There we go. All right, so that'll take you to the scrapbook.com article. Okay, but that goes over here. I've got one more thing to mask. All right. Oh, Roberta, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm always very pleasantly surprised. That's how I like to put it. Like, if something happens, like when my card got published, I was like, heck yes, that's so cool. But it was like pleasantly surprised. And more than pleasantly surprised, it was like, oh my God! Like, you can ask my husband. I like jump up and down and scream and like, oh my God, can you believe it? And he's like, I guess, I mean, seems cool. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, he doesn't understand my excitement half the time. I'm like, oh, come on, it's so cool. And he, you know, plays along or whatever. But it's not as exciting for him because he doesn't really know what it means for me, I guess. I don't know. All right, that's so cute. Look at it. It's adorable. Okay, so we've got that masking done. I guess we need to mask the moon. I had not thought of that. And unfortunately, maybe if I turn it sideways, it'll fit. No more stamped things, simply because I don't want to have to mask anything else. Sad but true. Alright, let's see. Oh my God, I did it again. You guys, why am I the worst? I just keep bumping and bumping this daggone, uh-oh. Apparently that part of the stamp didn't ink up. Hold please. All right, there we go. This doesn't matter if it's ugly. Who cares? Yes, it is nice that they try to honor us with their interest. He's a pretty good sport, especially since, like, when he talks to me about his work, it literally is just like a rate, like, shh. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, I cannot get interested in all of his, like, shippy nonsense about all that. I don't know. And I love him to death, and I think, you know, he's a very interesting person, but I don't think his job is very interesting. And I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, when you're in the job, you're in it, and, you know, you're invested and whatever, but, like, if you're not, it's just not super exciting. Because I don't know all of the ins and outs. I don't know the people, you know, so he's, like, telling me about it, and half the time I have to, like, stop him 12 times because I'm like, wait, who? Who are you talking about? But yeah, so he's on his work trip right now. He's in Washington State, so he's all the way across the country. I might message you later to pick your brain, figure out how to place the company badge. Oh, yeah. Are you using, Heidi, are you using WordPress, or what blog do you have? Let me know what kind of blog you have, because I don't know, like, Blogger, but I know how to do stuff on WordPress. Oh, you have Blogger. Oh no. Yeah, I have WordPress, so I don't really know how to use Blogger, to be completely honest. Because I'm the worst. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this off. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to leave, like, a tiny bit just so that I don't have any white exposed edge on the outside, but that at least gets me in the general ballpark of what we need. Okay, so Heidi, I would imagine it's probably somewhat similar, at least in the mechanics of it. I would go, do you have, like, a widget area that you can add things to your sidebar? like your Instagram feed or stuff like that, like where people can click it on the edge, like on the side of your page. Because that's where I put my stuff, like for my design team, whatever. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for ink blending. Roberta said space type stuff. So it sounds like my kids finally went to sleep, so at least there's that. Okay. And I'll put the moon back on there later. I'm just going to move this stuff off to the side so that it stops messing with my light. Okay. All right, so we've got our scene sort of laid out. I'm going to use Distress Oxides because surprise! Let's pick out some colors, I guess. I am going to be probably fairly, well, let's see. I could do more, instead of like quite so vibrant, I could do more like blues, like a light blue turquoisey sort of feel. So maybe like peacock feathers, maybe like some worn lipstick, or I mean spun sugar, and then I'm definitely gonna need darker blue and black. Okay. All right, let's start there and see where it gets us. Okay, help us decide watercolor class or stencil class. For what? What, like, who's taking a class and where? I need more details. Yeah, maybe Salty Ocean. I was trying to think, like, how cool it would be to do sort of like a, not pastel, but like more ocean-minded sort of theme. I don't know, you guys. All right, so watercolor. Yeah, I need more information about the class thing. Is this something I should know about? Okay. I'm going to do this little pink glow all the way around the moon. And I'll try not to mess with that too much. These other ones I'm going to cover up quite a bit probably, but for Brutus in April at Maymay's. Oh, okay. I mean, I would assume that you might learn more from watercolor than from stencils, but I don't really know. Well, you know the ocean has dark, dark blues and aqua colors, and so does the midnight sky. I mean, yeah. It's supposed to be a reflection, isn't it? So I guess it's fair. They could have coordinating whatever. All right, I'm going to try not to get too crazy. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time blending all of this because a lot of it's just going to get covered up with other... Oh, I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. The good thing is Distress Oxides, and this is quite a bit darker than I thought it was going to be honest. This cracked pistachio, for some reason I thought it was going to be lighter. I haven't used it in a while, and I'm surprised. We did some amazing things with the Stun Slot Create Your Own Ending. Okay, well, I mean, I think it's personal preference. It really just depends on what you feel like you want to learn the most or have the most to learn about it.
I don't know. If someone just came in, they would be, oh, with the neon yellow. Yeah, that's true. Be like, what is this? Why is everything, not that one. Why is everything yellow? Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to go back over this, my little glow, because I had just said that I was going to try to not mess with it. And the first thing I did was get rid of it. Whoops. All right, so I'm at least going to try to keep it. All right, let's do some peacock feathers. And I know, you guys, this looks totally bizarre. Just bear with me. I hope, hopefully, it will start to make sense. If it doesn't, sorry. We have to start over. But at least we already have the masks cut. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is going to turn out or if it's going to look really weird, but we will see. Want to do both, but energy levels concerning to Bob after seeing what the wedding did. Oh, yeah. That's hard. It's hard when you want to do more and then you can't. Or you feel like you can't. I have to catch myself when I come into some and think, oh my gosh, they stamped on top of that. But it's masked. Yes, it's crazy sometimes. You guys are going to see, I have a video coming on the 26th, so on Thursday, where I made this card for Simon Hurley, and like pretty much the whole video, I'm like, I know, you guys, I know that this is so ugly, but just bear with me. I think that I managed to save it in the end. So don't judge me too harshly. Alright, so that's our peacock feather. Like I said, I know this is ugly. Hopefully it will come together soon. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Alright, so now is when I need to start kind of being a little less heavy-handed. I need to come in a little bit softer because the Distress Oxides blend right over top of each other and they can kind of erase some of that good color that you've been working towards, which can be really cool, but also can kind of suck because if you've built up some really cool color, that can kind of just go away in the blink of an eye and you're like, wait, what happened? What have I done? But, you know, it can be really cool too. So you just got to kind of experiment with it and see where it takes you. So I went in with my really light colors first because those are going to be my little highlight areas of where the pretty colors show through, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to go around again even on the outside, and so I'm going to come in some on the inside, but on the outside again with the black soot because that's going to darken it up and give me that really cool, hopefully, galaxy look. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes I nail it. Sometimes not so much. But, you know, it is what it is. You try and you hope, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'm getting ink everywhere. So I will have to be careful when I start kind of trying to move things around a little bit. Okay. I know this looks really weird. Am I going to use lights? No, probably not. I don't think I have the energy for that tonight. So tonight has been kind of a crazy whatever. So I I'm with the kids all by myself all week, and I am exhausted. Andrew is out of town, which kind of sucks. All right, so I'm just lightly kind of going over top of those colors so that it shows through, but it's not like super vibrant. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just kind of giving it a light coating in those areas, because that's going to give it that like wispy sort of effect. Gosh, I hope I'm making sense. Sometimes I wonder if like I should not be teaching tutorials or anything, because sometimes I'm trying to explain something and I just can't get the right words. And I'm like, oh, why have I done this to myself? But you know, it is what it is. Whatever. Hopefully someone would tell me if I sucked at giving instructions. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to lightly go over the areas so that it kind of clouds it and makes it more, what's that word? Ethereal? I don't know if that's the word or not. But you can see the colors, but they're not like at the forefront. They're not the brightest thing. It just gives it a nice coating. I am going to go back around the moon and brighten it up. So that will definitely still happen. I've got some lines that I'm not really super happy about, but I think it'll be all right. Okay. Yes, subtle. Icy ocean and icy space. Yes! That's what I'm going for. All right. I know this is muddy and gross looking, but once we peel off these ugly yellow masks, and also once we do our splattering and stuff like that, it's really going to change the effect. All right, so let's come in with the black soot. This is the nerve-wracking part for me every single time. I'm like, But this is also kind of like what makes it finally like really look like a galaxy. Okay. Just making sure I wasn't missing any comments. Okay. So I'm going to focus most of the black soot around the edges. I'm glad you'll be home soon. My husband's been gone a month, comes this weekend. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm happy for you. Andrew's only gone for a week. It feels like a lot longer, but I'm fortunate that, you know, he's only gone for a week. It's definitely been longer before, and those are not fun times. For sure. Alright. Kind of trying to figure out where to put the majority of my darkness. Kind of come around the moon like that. You want to try to be careful not to saturate your masks too much with ink, because they will like bleed. I let my family pull off a mask reveal and they were like, oh my god, that's so cool. It really is. It's super cool. All right, I'm going to try to get off the majority of this color first, and then I'm going to just come in lightly over here, kind of do the same thing that I did with the blue. Okay. All right, and the cool thing is once we do our splatters, you guys, it is going to pick up the color that's on top and some of it will leave colors that are on the bottom. So you'll get to see those lighter colors shine through a little bit more, which I think that's really cool. All right. Whew. This is a super gross mess. Let's see if we can save it and turn it into something cool. I normally would try to save this, but I'm just not even going to bother tonight. I get enough use out of my Distress Oxides. They'll survive a couple times of being not used to their fullest. All right, hopefully my ink didn't saturate my masks. We will see. Just for giggles, I guess. Let's... Oops, so far so good. This one I'm a little worried about. Well, looks okay so far. All right, cool. Let me put this back on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started with our splattering. Now I do have to be careful with the masked areas because if I leave it on there, they will get like too wet and stuck. So I don't want that to happen. Actually, I'm so torn. I think, do I pull the mask off first and then splatter just in case? No, I'm just gonna risk it. Hopefully I don't ruin it, but I'll peel them off right after I like put the splatter on. I like to spray the water into my hand first and then flick it on. And I'm gonna use a clean paper towel and just soak up the excess. I sprayed quite a bit of water on there. So I am gonna go ahead and take this off right away because it is starting to bubble a little bit and I don't want it to get stuck to my paper. So there's one. Let's do number 2. And I am gonna put these back on here in a minute once they dry out a little bit because I want to, uh-oh, this one's really wet. I may need to recut some of them if we have issues. See, I see it's bleeding a little bit. I may have to recut them, but I want to do some white splatter as well. And I will need to cover them up again for that. But I do want to take them off now so that they don't get adhered to my card. And then I will be unable to remove them later. All right, so you guys, what do we think so far? Hopefully you like it a little bit at least. I am gonna put kind of like a little bit more like right here. It wasn't quite as much as I wanted. I think it looks really cute. It's a little dark on the playback, like where you guys are seeing it, but the areas like over here isn't quite as dark for me as it is, I think, in the playback. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to look really cool once we add the white splatter. I think that's going to look super neat. All right. So while these dry out some, I want to go ahead and start talking about coloring. Yeah, I think it looks really cute. Hold on. I'm going to take a drink. Okay, I think this is really cool actually because it looks like the depths of the ocean, like the really deep ocean, with like bubbles kind of, but also outer space and like nebulas and things like that. So I think this is a really good compromise. I like it a lot. Okay, so moon. Is the moon usually like gray? I know a lot of people color the moon yellow. But is the moon like usually a gray color when you color it? I also probably color this bottom part gray. I'm just trying to think I think I'll probably do like a cool gray color palette. IGs. IG3. I'm not going to use my new illustrators, at least for this, because I don't have all the colors that I need. And it would just be really hard to try to mix and match because the colors are not actually quite the same. Let's see. IG4. Okay, IG2, IG1, IG3, IG4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Now they're at least in order. For the moon, all right, I'll start with the little spaceship, and then we can kind of talk about the moon, I guess, because I really don't know what to color it. And I'm just going to do this one section at a time because I find that a little bit easier with stuff like this that has a curve or whatever. I find, at least for me, that makes it a little bit easier. All right, I'm going to skip to IG3. And I'm probably not going to use like all the colors or anything, but this will at least get me started. Okay. So if you guys haven't watched me before, I think mostly everybody that's here has been on my lives. I am using the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. This is the coloring system marker. This type of marker has actually just been updated. I have the older ones, but there is a new version that has just recently come out called the Classique marker. And it's just a revamp on this style. It's supposed to have a better nib. I haven't tried them yet, but I've heard good things. So if you were looking to try them, I would recommend probably going that route rather than buying these ones. Simply because these ones are now like the older model, if that makes sense. So if they're doing refills and things like that, it's going to be for the new style rather than this older style. But I really like them. I am also working on replacing mine with the new Illustrator markers because those they seem pretty good. I am enjoying them so far. Cool. And I'm just building up that color. I might go to the 10. I don't know. We'll see. Really darken it up a bit. All right. And you can see I'm kind of leaving like this weird sort of like rough edge, but it starts to look like a little highlight, which I think is really cool. Now I realize here that I've made this like more black than silver or gray, but it's all right. I'm going to blend this in just a little bit. It's not quite as, there we go. It's a little more black than I had intended. I think mine were the new ones 2 years ago. I know. Yeah, they're coming out with all kinds of upgrades, which I think is really cool. But it is hard sometimes because I feel like we're always chasing the next thing, and that makes it difficult. All right, so I think for this band here, I'm going to do a lighter gray. So I'm not going to do the exact same color scheme. I mean, I'm going to use the same colors, but I'm not going to use all of the dark colors. So I'm going to go IG3, same color progression, but I'm just not going to go as far. So it's just going to end up being a lighter color. And I'm going to try to keep that highlight in mostly the same place so that it makes some sense. I hope. Ah, my marker came apart, you guys. I hate it when that happens. Oh, there we go. All right. And I do want to be careful because this paper is already wet. I want to try to not put too much ink on. Just because this is not watercolor paper by any stretch of the imagination. This is just, it's just like Staples cardstock. It's not fancy. Okay, so it ended up still looking pretty dark, but oh well, it's a little lighter. It's cute though. I think the coloring looks nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this little guy light gray, like so. And then I think I'm actually just gonna take maybe like a red marker, like this one. This is CR8. And I'm just gonna put in like a little dot there. And then maybe like a green. And put in a little dot right there. So now he's got some cute little colors. It's very subtle. I don't think it really matters much. But there it is. All right, so then we've also got CT2. Yep, that's a good light color. I'm gonna put the little lights here. And then underneath here as well. Now, I kind of feel like you have creative license to sort of just do whatever you want and make it look however you want. I don't think that you're really pressured into, you know, doing something a certain color just because it should be that color. Like you could do pink lights, you could do kind of whatever you want. I'm just adding a tiny bit of orange for just some interest mostly. And then I'm going to take that CT2 again, like so. Yeah. Cool. Just gives it a little bit more life, I feel like. All right, so I kind of want to do something different for this bottom part because I don't want it to all look exactly the same. I think I'm going to do the bottom the same as this top part, but then this strip here in the middle, I kind of want to do differently. I don't know what yet exactly, but something. So you guys maybe think about what you want. If we have any ideas for colors that I can use. They will be 3 something a marker. Oh, the Hobby Lobby ones. Really looks like swirling water with some light in the depths of the ocean. Also nebulas in space at the same time. Yay! That's so cool. I think the colors that we used are pretty good for this, like either ocean or space. I think that's pretty neat that it works for both. All right, let's do, I think I went to IG3. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try to keep that highlight, like I was saying before, in mostly the same space. I don't want to color in my yellow because this is quite a bit darker. Okay. Trying to be a little more careful so I don't overlap the stuff I've already colored. So update as far as the My Favorite Things contest goes, you guys, I pretty much have no chance of winning. If you guys have a chance, you should go over to the My Favorite Things blog post where they were posting about the Card Design Superstar contest, because holy moly, the cards that people posted, the coloring that people shared, it's just insane. Like, it puts mine to shame. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And I am like, ooh, well, I thought I was doing okay, and then I saw all these entries and I'm like, oh, never mind. That's not gonna happen. But you know what? It's fun to put yourself out there, and you know, it's not really about winning, but I think it's really cool to see all the crazy talent that is out there in this little crafty community of ours, because there really is some insane talent. And for people to be able to like color these images and share all of this, I mean, it's crazy. Yes, you guys should definitely go check it out. It's nuts. So you just go to the My Favorite Things website, like mftstamps.com, I think it is, and then go to their blog, and then scroll until you find the 2019 Card Design Superstar contest. You might be able to search for it also, but yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. They're crazy good. Okay, do we want to do, I'm thinking like a pinky purple for the jellyfish so that I can put water inside here. Oh, thanks, Roberta. All right, I'm thinking, let me look at my color chart. So, you know what? I'm going to use like the dusty, I'm going to use the new illustrators for the jellyfish. DP1, okay. Because these colors are really cool. They redid the colors a little bit, so they're not exactly the same, but man, they're pretty cool. Okay. Better than you give yourself credit for. Oh my gosh. You guys are so sweet to me. I generally feel like, oh, I feel like my card was pretty good until I go and look at all the other cards that people have entered, and I'm like, wow, they're so good. Hey, Tiffany. It's just crazy. I don't know. There's just so many talented people. It's a very saturated market right now. But I mean, I've kind of always been like, I don't know. I get easily, I don't want to say intimidated, but I think that is what it is. I do get easily intimidated. Like, I just feel frequently inadequate, which is a lame thing for me to feel or do. And I need to work on having more confidence for sure. But that's the thing I like about these live videos, is that they help me kind of get out of that comfort zone and like really push myself to do more, be better, or you know, just I don't know. It really helps me, I feel like, to get out of the shallow end. I don't know. Oh, Carol, thank you. You guys are so sweet. And it's, you know, I'm not, like, I'm self-taught of pretty much everything. I just have, you know, like, some stuff I've learned from, like, watching YouTube videos or other card making friends who've shared information, or, you know, stuff like that. So I do just, sometimes I just feel like that whole, I think we talked about this in my last live, that whole like, oh, I'm not a real artist, you know, oh, I'm just a card maker, or I'm just whatever. Like, I definitely am guilty of that. Like, I feel that all the time. Like, people ask me, oh, you know, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just a stay-at-home mom, you know. And then, like, as a side note, I'm like, oh, you know, also, like, sometimes I make YouTube videos. And it's just like this weird, awkward thing that's like, I'm not embarrassed of making YouTube videos, but it doesn't feel like a legitimate, like, you know, career when I try to tell someone about it, I guess. Because, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like I should have, like, way more subscribers if I was going to consider myself, like, a YouTuber or whatever. But then, I mean, I don't think there's any particular number that just, like, suddenly makes you a legitimate whatever versus before. I don't know. I've been saying that I'm a content creator for YouTube. It does sound fancy. That does sound fancy. Maybe I should try that out. I mean, when I go to Creativation, I do go under a digital content creator. So, I mean, there's that. All right, I'm going to stop coloring this little guy because I think I'm overworking him. Or her. I guess it could be a she. A she jelly. All right, what I'm going to do is 2, 3. I'm going to color a little bit more on this side because she's getting a little light. Trying not to completely close my little highlight here because I really want that highlight so it's nighttime, you know. Aw, thanks, Tiffany. I'm trying to make it look like it's nighttime, you know, like it's darkly shadowed because it's dark outside. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but I'm doing my best. I'm going to put these little dots in here, just like one little dot in each eye to brighten up the face a little bit, just so that it doesn't look quite so dark. It kind of like adds that little bit of life back in. And then let's do, I'm thinking IB1. I'm just going to kind of like wing this. I want to pick a color that like sort of matches my space theme. So the idea here is that it's full of water, right? Because he's a jellyfish in outer space. Oh, I forgot to color the back part of him. Okay, I'm going to have to go back in and do that. But I think I'm just going to do with the light purple here. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, some like Anna Griffin, others like Tim Holtz or Christopher. It makes you happy. Is your art still genuine? Just from your sentence. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love you all. You guys always make me so happy. I'm glad that I came on tonight. I was really considering not, but I'm glad that I did. It would have been easy to just be like, oh, I mommed today. Andrew's out of town. I'm just not, but I'm glad that I did. All right. How am I going to do this? I need to figure out, okay. I put the light here. So I'm going to kind of come around. I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm just going to try to do it, because obviously this is still, even though there's water on the inside, it's still glass, right? So I'm going to try to kind of give it that rounded sort of look. I don't know. You're perfect the way you create and the way you are. Hi, Janet. You guys are so sweet. Like, oh, hi, Diane. Hi, Dee. All my friends are here. These colors actually look really nice together. I've never used these two together, which is obviously an oversight because they look really cute. They've both got just like this touch of, it's like a minty green sort of almost. Okay. Just ghost watching. I see how it is. All right, I'm going to pull out some AB2, I think, on the edges. I don't want to go too crazy because, you know, it is still supposed to just be like water-ish. But you know, I don't know, we'll see. Don't take a day off from doing a live. Yes, I 100% agree with that, Tiffany. Because, like, once you skip one, it's like, oh, you know, I'll get back into it next week. Or I'll do, I don't know. It really does get easy to kind of get complacent in it or whatever. Like, it's just, because, you know, life happens, man. I do want to start creating videos. Do you use your phone? And what about lighting? I definitely use my phone. That is a 100% yes. I don't have a fancy camera. We have a camera, like a fancy Canon something or other somewhere. I don't even know where it is. But I don't ever use it because I got so annoyed trying, because Andrew, my husband, tried to get me to take my pictures on it at first when I first started making cards to sell on Etsy. And I quickly was like, heck no, I can't do this. It's too heavy. It has like a massive shadow, and I didn't have any lighting or anything like that at that point. So it was just like, no. So I use my phone for everything. I do my filming, I do my live videos, I do all the things on my phone. It works really well for me. I enjoy it. I do have like daylight bulbs, but that's the extent of my fanciness. I have 2 cheap IKEA lights, which I might be able to get in the frame here. I currently have, this is probably like really, I currently have a shower cap over top of them. So it's just like a cheap white light from IKEA, and I put a white shower cap over the top of it to diffuse the light so it's not so bright. And that seems to be working out quite well. But they're on these little arms that swing, so I can push them out of the way when I'm not working, which is really nice. So that they're not constantly like on my desk, and I don't have to like set them up every time, because that was a deal breaker for me. Because I'm lazy, let's be honest. And yeah, so that works really well for me, but they just have daylight bulbs in them. I don't have any like really fancy camera equipment or studio stuff. And my phone is on a tripod that's meant for a camera, attached with a selfie stick that holds my phone up over top. So yeah. Okay, anyway, so that is, oh wait, I do need to do, oh, parchment paper. Yeah, I thought about that too, but I didn't know how to attach the parchment paper. So I got those little shower caps. Because I was like, oh, it already comes with this stretchy thing to like cup it around the light. And we have their LEDs so they don't get hot. So I didn't have to worry about it catching on fire, which is nice. That's always a plus. But yeah, I really like the shower cap. It's like the perfect diffuser. It's really nice. Okay. So you make up for the fanciness factor. Aw. In my super awesome personality, right? Okay, did we decide on a color for the moon, you guys? We need a color for the moon, I think. And then we're also going to have to do our splattering. So I'm going to remask these because all my little masks have dried now. So I'm going to be able to put that back on. We need a color for the moon, and we need a color for the mantas, the little space mantas. These are normally kind of gray. I'm thinking, actually, let's test one out. I'm going to color it to start with this cute little color that we used up here for the base color for the water. I am going to color it here. Ooh, my problem, I don't know how to color this actually. Like where the shading should be. Very light gray for the moon with a hint of yellow. Okay. I'm going to go in with my AB1. So that's going to be... This is going to look weird for a minute. I have no idea where the shading is supposed to be here. Like at all. This looks bizarre. I'm going to color this in then. I think like their underbellies are supposed to be lighter, but like I don't know how to do that on here, unfortunately. All right, so now that I've got that cool highlight color, I'm going to go in over top of it with gray. This is how I'm going to kind of get around just coloring it straight gray. I don't want to color it straight gray. Okay. IG2. Hi Eliza. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to look like. I'm sure I'm not doing it right, but oh well. Whatever. It is what it is. Can't win them all, right? I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. It's actually kind of bothering me. Oh, I think I know why I'm confused. It's because this is backwards from the original image. This is the mirrored one. So I'm like, I don't understand what this is supposed to look like. Yeah, I don't know. All right, this one will maybe make more sense, but now that I colored the other one that way, I might have to just do this one the same way. What have I done? All right, I'm gonna come in. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of color it the same way, just for the sake of consistency. All right. You need a little man or something standing on the moon. I actually thought about that earlier. I wasn't sure. Let's see, IG1. I thought about putting one of those little space dudes on the moon, but now that I haven't masked it, I don't know if we'll be able to get away with it. A shrimp? What? Linda, what? A shrimp? Like a shrimp on the moon? You guys, this card is getting weird. I mean, the name of the stamp set is You're Weird, so of the alien one anyway. So I mean, applicable? I suppose so. Okay, I'm going a little crazy with the ink here. Good thing our whole background's already colored, or this bad boy would be bleeding up a storm. All right. It's really not... Okay, here's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to take the IG3, and I'm just going to go... This is kind of backwards from what it should be, I think. But I'm just going to go along the bottom like this. Usually the brighter color, like the lighter color gray would be on the bottom, I think. The top would be like that blue gray. But I'm just doing it backwards. So, whatever. We can have our own space manta, right? They are their own species. Nobody can judge them, okay? Space mantas! Alright, and to make it a little more interesting, I'm just going to kind of put like some little dots on his underside where I did the dark coloring, just to make it kind of look more like it was intentional to have the color a little bit different. Sort of sets it apart and makes it look, I don't know, more intentional. I think it's cute. It's an ocean planet. Alright, so just kind of doing a little back and forth action here. Tiny little dots with my white paint pen. There we go. All right, I think that looks cute. You guys tell me what you think. I think that's cute. Nobody can, I mean, they can judge us, but we won't care. Okay, so this one, let's just be crazy, because why not? I mean, we're already pretty crazy, right? Let's just be crazy and color that stripe pink. I'm gonna color that stripe pink. Because why not, right? Let's do something fun. Let's do, all right, for the first one, I'm gonna do AP1. Because then it looks cute with my little jellyfish. I don't know. I think it's cute. Oh, whoops. Went a little far with that. I probably should have stopped a little earlier. Okay. AP1, AP3, and then I'll use like a really crazy other pink. Okay. How about like BP6? That's a really bright one. Wee. I'm not very good at like color theory, I think, because I can never tell the difference. Like, is it brighter or darker? Is it like, you know what I mean? Because like sometimes the colors, I could maybe use either of those words to describe the same shade. I don't know. Oh, cute. Cute. All right. I don't think there's anything really much darker than that, except if I did, let's actually try it. Let's do a red. I'm going to do a red just on the outer edges to really darken up that color a bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I think that's cute. All right, so we've got our little spaceship colored. I am, I think, going to put some little rays coming out of here with some, let's see, possibly dried marigold distress ink. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. But we need to color the moon. And then I'm going to mask these bad boys back up, and we're going to do the white splatter. Okay, what did we decide? Did we decide gray? All right, so let's do BG1. Let me just make sure. It's kind of like brown gray. This marker is like drying up. Don't worry, it's not going to look this weird forever. Once we get the shading and stuff in, it won't look like such a bizarro color. Yeah, so these ones are kind of like a brown gray, so a warm gray, I guess. So they'll kind of have a yellowish, well, brownish tint. And then I actually kind of really like that color. There. And I'll try to put in like a little glow, I think, around as well. All right, this is BG2. Oof, I can get the daggone markers off. Yeah, all of these markers are like drying up. Not good. Yeah, it's like mostly dead. I may have to toy with some different ideas here, because this one's not really going to show up like once everything is said and done. Makes me think of Star Trek, The Voyage Home, they bring the whale to outer space. What? I haven't seen that one. That's awesome. I'm going to have to go do some research. There we go. There's some color. Okay. I'm just trying to kind of add, you know, a little bit of shading where these little craters are, like around them. so that it gives something interesting. I don't know. You guys, as always, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it, flying by the seat of my pants, hoping for the best. I'm going to add a little bit of these like dots, whatever, on the little dotted areas. Okay. Cute. That's cute, right? I think so. Let's add a couple more, but like lighter so that this area of the moon doesn't look quite so empty. Okay. And then I'm just going to go in and blend out these little areas that I just colored, keeping in mind that there's not really much ink in this marker. So not a whole lot is going to happen. But hopefully it'll be just enough. There we go. Oh, Anna. You guys give me confidence to just do whatever. All right, so now that that's done, I do want to add in, I'm going to go in with LY2. And this is like really, yeah, okay. So I'm just, oh, that was a little darker than I wanted. I'm just going to give it that kind of yellowish tint. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I think that helps. And then I'm going to go back with the BG1. That was our lightest color. And then just add just a little bit. So it's not quite so yellow. Kind of tones it down just a little bit. There we go. All right, so there, it still has kind of a yellowish tint, but it's not like bright yellow or anything. I like it. Okay, then I have this cute little set of daubers from scrapbook.com that I haven't used yet. I'm thinking scattered straw maybe for our light. Let me figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17. Okay. I'm going to do this on a scrap paper first because I don't know what this is going to look like. Ooh, I'm glad I did that. I need this to be like way lighter. All right. Oh, this makes me nervous. Oh, so we've done all this work, and now it would be really sad if we ruined it. And by we, I mean I ruined it. Yes, Anna, you are so right. I'm glad that I thought to test it first because, man, if I had put that crazy amount of ink on it the first time, like, whoa. All right, so I'm going to kind of make the beams go out a little bit. So there's sort of like a triangular look. Yeah. It's so cute. Oh, I hope it shows up on the playback. I think it does. I think that's so cute. All right, let's do just a little bit here. Around the edge of the moon. Super cute. Okay, I think that helps kind of lighten things up a little bit. Bring that back. Yeah. All right, I'm going to add just a hint here to kind of try to lighten up around the mantle a little bit, because it's a little bit dark, and I think just a little bit of glow, sort of like a halo, a soft halo, will look really nice. All right, yay! All right, and then I'm gonna come in here, kind of dull that down a little bit. The pink is a little too pink, I think. Okay. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That's so cute. Just for giggles, I'm gonna put like a little bit, because I don't like how dark this side area is compared to everything else. There we go. I think that's much better. Woohoo! Yeah, I like that they're subtle, but they're definitely there. Yes, this is really cool. I like this a lot. I've taken photos with them, but I hadn't actually used them yet, so that's really cool. Way to go, scrapbook.com. Good product. All right, I'm going to try the white splattery thing. So let me put this on. I have a picket fence. I have a picket fence distress thing. A distress ink spray. It's not the distress oxide, it's the distress ink. So yes, I have a picket fence one, and I'm going to try to see if it's opaque enough. If it's not, then I will just get out some gesso and go that route. But I figure I will try the picket fence first, because that would definitely be the easiest solution. All right, so masks went right back on. Here we go. So here is the spray stain. I'm just gonna shake it up. It does have a little mixing ball in there. My thing that I've noticed with some of these, Lord have mercy, there we go, that I've noticed with some of these sprays and stuff, are they seem opaque at first, but then they do kind of absorb into the paper quite a bit, and then they just look like water droplets, which is not really what I want. I definitely want the more outer space look, and I like that I don't, if this works, this is really great, because I like that I don't have to get out another tool. You know, I can just tap the edge. Like, I don't have to use a paintbrush. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to dirty up a splatter brush or an acrylic block or anything. So this is super nice if it doesn't dry into the paper, which it kind of seems like it is. So I think I may have to go back over it. It's nice, but I don't think it's quite what I'm wanting, because as it's drying, it's kind of just turning translucent almost. It's not really opaque. Like, it's not like a paint, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. Yeah. All right, let me get my gesso. Not to be like white splatter snob or anything, but a girl likes what a girl likes, am I right? All right, let's see. I'm just gonna use this one since it's the one that I exploded my Nuvo drops on previously. Ugh. Yeah, you can see that they're fading. Some of them stayed opaque, but a lot of them did not, which is sad. Me. Okay. I'm just going to use like a little palette knife. I really don't need much at all. That will be plenty, because then I can just plop it right back in there. So I'm going to, if I can get the lid back on, there we go. I'm going to spritz this with water, not too much, but some. Spritz it with water, and then I'm going to use my splatter brush, my Distress splatter brushy thing, and then, ooh, that's a little waterier, more waterier. It's a little more watery than I thought it was going to be, but it should be okay. All right, so then, this is going to be so magical. All right. Copic Opaque White in a finger polish style bottle. Ooh. I might have to check that out. That sounds awesome. Okay. Quick before anything happens. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my masks. I might have to try to find that, Heidi. That sounds awesome. Oh, I got a little on my guy. There we go. Whoops-a-daisies. Okay, so far so good. I'm being a little reckless right now, but it's all right. There we go. All right. Hi, Stacy. There it is. So the last thing that we need to do, which I may have to wait because this is pretty well saturated, I think that I will do the sentiment, but as far as what I'm going to do for the sentiment, I don't know exactly yet. I have an idea for the wording, so I want to use the two sets combined. So I want to use the Sending You Oceans of Love, and then I think I'm going to try to pair it with the To the Moon and Back. So I'm going to try to stamp it multiple times so that I can center the To the over top of the Moon and Back. So I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I really like that Oceans. I think that's super pretty. They're from Heffy Doodle, Stacy. They're so cute. I hadn't used these ones yet, so I figured now was the time. These are the ones that I did from that haul from scrapbook.com. So I picked them up at the same time as the ones when I made this card. Where I did this was two sets. This was the Prehistoric Pals and Geology Rocks. Yeah. They're so cute. I love scene cards, obviously, if you can't tell. But yeah, I think that sentiment's going to look really super cute. I don't think we even really need a whole lot of anything else. Like, we can just do it right in the middle here. Like, because the moon is not really that exciting. It's like a cute little whatever, but it doesn't need to be... It doesn't matter if we cover it up, basically. You'll still be able to tell that it's a moon. But yeah, I think that's really cute. Yay! Alright, so I'm going to have to let this dry, unfortunately. I don't even think heating it with the heat tool is going to get me very far. But I will definitely show you guys if I can make it live on Wednesday, as long as the kids are not like having a conniption fit. I'm going to try to make it on Wednesday also. And then I will show you guys what it looks like with the sentiment all completed and ready to go. Woohoo! Thank you guys for chatting with me and hanging out. I am really excited to have been able to make it. I wasn't sure. So thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek real quick of my card that's coming on Thursday. And you guys can see how I created this one. So this is my card for Simon Hurley, which is coming on Thursday in a video. So hopefully you guys like it. I like how it turned out. It's a little bizarre and kind of weird, but I think it's cool. And yeah, that's that. Okay, anyway, so I was surprised to see you live tonight. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that I decided to go live tonight. It was pretty late when I came on, but yeah, Linda, it was really good for you to be here. I haven't seen you in a while, so it was exciting to have you here. Okay, cool. So I will see you guys again, hopefully on Wednesday. But ooh, sorry. Until then, hugs, love. I'll miss you guys. Wish me luck on the mommin'. And I will talk to you guys again real soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.